When Joleigh dressed for work on the first Friday of September, she couldn't believe it was the weekend that had seemed so far off in the distance last May, when Ruby had asked Joleigh to commit to work through Labor Day. And during those months, Sergeant Williams had yet to find Darryl, or his sidekick with the scar on his face, even with the information Mr. Hoover had provided him about the men. What she and, ideally, Mr. H. hadn't told the sergeant was Mr. H.'s thought that he'd seen Joleigh's twin in Minnesota. The sergeant still thought she was in Arkansas. Joleigh wondered if the case would go cold and forgotten, at least by law enforcement. Her Friday shift was busy, similar to the Memorial Day and 4th of July weekends. It was everyone's last hurrah at the lake before the children went back to school. In the late afternoon, a thunderstorm moved in. Joleigh's windshield wipers worked double time on her way back to the cabin. Joleigh ran from the truck's parking spot behind the woodshed, dodging several puddles until she reached the cabin and hurried inside. After towing off her wet tennis shoes, Joleigh set them on an old towel of hers next to the front door so she wouldn't get mud on the braided rug. Although the temperature still hovered around 70, the wind had chilled her. She took a warm sponge bath in the bathroom, then dressed in comfortable shorts and a t-shirt. As Joleigh leaned over the kitchen table to study the house blueprints, her hair, damp from the rain, gave off the aroma of her homemade lemongrass shampoo. Rain pelted the roof, competing with the transistor radio blaring out "No Matter What" by Badfinger. Another Friday night alone. Joleigh was well aware she was in the prime of her life and should have been out having fun with friends, or dating, or married. She might as well throw fictitious children on that list, too. As if her thoughts on love and family had crawled into the radio, it began playing Witch Doctor, a song that triggered memories of Joleigh and Unity dancing and singing along with the silly song. Joleigh jumped up from the chair, belting out words she hadn't heard in years about how to win someone's heart. She danced around the small kitchen, feeling as if Unity were alongside her, singing and kicking up her heels. And because of all the noise, it was as if a bolt of lightning hit Joleigh when the door burst open and a young man stepped inside, dripping wet on the braided rug, his eyes as wide as hers.